Hello, hello. This video will be all about stretching for skaters. Let's get started. Hi, honey. Are you a skater? All right, so that for this practice, you're gonna need a dog, you're gonna need a blanket, and two blocks. One block or something of a similar height, or just like a pile of blankets will also do. All right. So you can lie down on your mat or on the carpet or wherever you're at. I like to put a little extra cushion down, so go ahead and do that if you're ready, if you want. Hey, boop. Go ahead and lay down. Good. And let yourself settle toward the ground. Allow your eyes to close. Relax your bones. Relax your face, your belly, your shoulders, and relax your feet and your toes. Let's take a deep breath in together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try it again. Breathe in and breathe out. One more. So good. Bring your hands to your heart and just feel your heart beating for a moment. Go ahead and reach your arms up overhead. Stretch your legs out long. Take a full body stretch. Picture yourself as a lowercase letter L, and then let's make a C. So walk your feet over to the right, cross your left ankle on top of your right, walk your upper body over to the right. You can pull your wrist away. And then relax, breathe into those intercostal muscles in between your ribs. Amazing. Come on back to center. Walk your feet the other direction. Right ankle on top. Upper body goes to the left. Grab a hold of your right wrist. Pull it away from you and over. And some deeper breaths into your right intercostal muscles. Those are the muscles in between your ribs. Relax and breathe. So good. Come on back to center and pretend like you're a lowercase letter L again. Awesome. Hug your right knee in, but don't hug it straight in. Let it go out to the side at an angle. Yeah, and you can hold in front of your knee and shin or behind your hamstring and just kind of hug it in. It should feel pretty good in your hip joint, like it's not your bone going into your bone, right? So get a nice stretch for the outer hip. You can make some circles with your ankles here, ankle or ankles, and go the other direction. Okay, release. Let's do the other side. So hug the left knee in and then let it go out to the left a little bit. Hold either behind your hamstring or in front of your knee. And relax your jaw, relax your belly. If you've been skating a lot lately, this should feel real good. I hope it feels real good. Start to make circles with your ankles. ankle or ankles. All right, and then let's do both at the same time. So both legs come in, and there's some space here. If you know happy baby pose, it's like we're doing happy baby without lifting the feet up toward the ceiling. And then just rock a little bit side to side. If you have a cute pup in your way, you might not be able to rock as much, but you get the idea. If you're a person with a lot of arch in your low back, go ahead and put your tailbone down toward the ground and rock a little bit across your tailbone. Help get some blood flow in that area. And take some deep belly breaths here. Right? The other thing you could do is bring your knees together, hug them in real tight, lift up like in a little ball here, rock, and that'll get more your mid and your lower back. And you can do this with your head down. Okay, amazing. Good. And then put your feet down, take a moment to rest. Deep breath in. Let it go, let it go, let it go. I taught at a skating rink every Saturday morning for like 10 years or something. And, you know, forever that Frozen song was like the song of of like many seasons. And so that is in my head because of that reason. I digress. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. This might be enough just doing this. You'll flex your left foot. You'll push with your hand, your thigh and your knee away from your face. This is option one. All right, option two is to grab your block, place it under your right foot, cross your left ankle over that thigh again. And this way the foot is elevated a little bit. You get a little bit more flexion in your hip joint, right? If you're not ready to come all the way and bring it in. And for those of you who want to, you can reach your hands on either side of your right thigh. Hug it on in there. Keep that left foot flexed and your left knee moving away from your face. Relax your jaw. Relax your belly. Relax your soul. And just be present here with what you're feeling. Where are you feeling a stretch? Where are you feeling like you want to move into more? Sometimes it's nice to lean here to one side until you get to, you know, that spot that feels good. So good. All right. Come on back to center. Extend your legs up toward the ceiling and go ahead and point and flex your feet. And then make circles with your ankles. Good. Other direction. And we'll do the other side. So remember, your first option is to just put your foot on the ground, cross your right ankle over your thigh, push your thigh away, breathe. You can also put your left foot up on the block, right? Or bring that left thigh all the way in, really flexing that right foot, and knee moves away from your face. So when we practice our yoga stretches, one of the things that is nice to do is to just practice being present, practicing embodiment, practicing just letting your breath be, letting your breath flow. Remember, you can lean to one side or the other. And take another breath here. Amazing. And then release, extend your legs up toward the ceiling. Make circles again with your ankles. Wiggle your toes around and lower your feet down. All right, so before we move to the next thing, take a moment and just check in with how you're feeling. So I'll direct you in this way again and again, but before you listen to me, or really anyone for that matter, you want to tune into yourself. Okay, and that might mean that that was all the capacity that you have access to, right? Just those 10 minutes right there. I'll offer a couple more stretches here that I think are really valuable for people who are skating a lot. But do what feels good, modify as need to, and ask questions, okay? So for this next one, we're gonna have to get up. Zoe, love, we're gonna have to get up, okay? So roll over to one side. And then let's come on up. Okay, so this is where we'll work on some inner thigh stretching. So you might want to sit up on something, especially if when you do this, your low back is rounded, okay? So I'll show you from the side. If when your legs are out wide, you do this, and then you have the tendency to round forward, you want to sit up on something, okay? So that would look like this. Okay, that would be just a little bit of a tilt, letting your pelvis tilt forward. Okay, so for those of you with a lot of arch in your low back, you'll want to do things that strengthen your core, and in exercises in particular that are like this, you want your pelvis to be tilting forward. Okay, so just try that a few times. So that's 1. 2, you can bend your knees here. There is no law that says you have to do a wide-legged forward bend with your legs straight. So I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to tilt my pelvis forward a little bit. I have a little lift here, which is fine. It actually feels really cushy, which is really sweet. And then you have your blocks, and it might be that your blocks are just like right here for your hands. It might be that you bring them in a little bit, you bring your forearms down, and then depending on where you're tight, you're going to feel this in your hamstrings or your low back. I'd invite you here, wherever you're at, to really relax your belly, really relax around your throat and your jaw. Let your head hang down and start to sway a little bit side to side. Okay, you can let your feet rock. Notice I'm engaging my feet, so I'm not letting my feet flop like this, right? Like I'm flexing, bringing them in, but I am going side to side. My toes are moving in the same direction as my knee. That's just a good movement principle in general. And then if I want, I can start to straighten my legs. I can lower the block or blocks down. Look, I can do this with just one block. And then you'll notice here, I can feel it. My back is rounding a little bit. So make sure that you're tilting forward. And that might mean you take your hands on your glutes and you pull your glutes out. You tilt forward, reestablish that, breathe in. You can even reach your arms up to get your spine long. And then come forward. Okay, so I feel that a whole lot in my hamstrings. And if I were to straighten my legs even more, I'd feel it a lot more there. If I were to bring my legs in closer, that would completely change where I feel this stretch, okay? So how I would normally do this, I probably wouldn't be on a blanket. I would take my legs out, I would flex my feet, take the glutes out, breathe in, and come forward. I would probably put a block under my chest and then one under my forehead. And that just feels so good for me. I get a nice stretch in those adductors, those muscles on the inner thighs. And those get really tight when we skate, right? Like we're doing so much footwork and so much control. If you're doing a lot of toe manual stuff, it's like you have to just engage all the muscles in your leg. And just sometimes when you're learning, it's like, I just hope this works, right? And you practice and you drill, and things get so tight. So every once in a while here, go ahead and wiggle your toes. You can even bend your knees a little bit, right? You can always come out of this and then reestablish a little bit. Yeah. Right? And at any point, you can change your mind. You can say, you know what, Francesca, that's it for me today. This feels good. Another really nice thing here is to bend your knees. All the same things apply that we just did, right? The tilting forward. I like to take my hands on my belly and lift up and over and then come forward like this. So here, it's not super important that your feet are flexed because you already have your knees bent. Your knees are in what's called flexion. So in terms of just like keeping your joints safe, the feet flexing here is not a cue that's super necessary, but you can do it. So anyway, relax your feet if you want. Bend forward, and it's like a nice surrender to the floor. And yes, my dog is still here. Hi, baby girl. Right, some of you might want to bring your feet together, let your head rest down here on your feet, and take some deep breaths. And this can feel real nice if your low back gets really compacted, right? We're bending knees so much when we're skating. Sometimes it just feels like things are getting kind of smushed into one another. And if we don't take time to unsmush, it does not happen. If you have a friend nearby, have them hold onto your hands and just pull you forward. And that might feel real good to help traction your low back. Wherever you are, take another couple of moments here. Okay, I like to use my hands to come up rather than utilizing those muscles to engage that we just stretched, right? We want to give them a chance to rest. And then that being said too, to bring your legs together, take your hands under your thighs and bring them together. Amazing. All right, there she is. So I'm going to turn to face you. Let's turn to face them, honey. And just find yourself in a nice crisscross applesauce position. Inhale and reach your arms out to the sides. Maybe look up. Push your palms up toward the ceiling and lean over to one side. Push toward me, rolling forward, and to the other side. Good, let's push toward me, roll forward again, first side. And toward me. And lower your arms and come on back to center. Great. So thank you so much for joining us for these couple of stretches. I hope that it has helped you to feel better and it makes your skating that much more enjoyable and stellar and inspirational. And just thanks for being here. Thanks for practicing with me. Thanks for skating with me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And thanks again. Hey, and thank you again so much for being here. I would super duper appreciate if you liked the video, left a comment, shared it with somebody, and then hopefully you've already subscribed to my channel. But if you haven't, go ahead and do that and just have fun. Thanks for being here. Thanks for trusting us to share some practices with you, and I'll see you next time.